Hi, good evening, and thank you for being a part of the program on a beautiful Friday evening that's not going to end that way necessarily. We will take a look at tonight in headlines the University of Pikeville's word of warning and caution to students and parents alike ahead of what could be a turbulent day tomorrow. Folks already arriving in downtown Pikeville will pass along those words of caution and advice to you from the president with a few other remarks and bits of information in regards to a rally held tomorrow by the Traditionalist Workers' Party, the National Socialist Movement, and other groups which are planning on holding an event in downtown near U-Pike tomorrow. We'll take a look at, since I was there, and have a few highlights to show. We'll show you some hits and plays from last night's middle school baseball game. A signing today as a pair of friends who have been lifelong buddies are now going to play college football together as they ink their names to play for Morehead State just earlier this afternoon. We'll speak to them, their coach, and we'll look ahead at your weather forecast. Look to just a few hours from now for the potential of some severe weather, and ahead for your weekend and the start of next week. We've got some big changes in store. We'll get to all of those in just about 60 seconds.
Curb your appetite for a good deal and some home cooking at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we started the under $5 daily special. Saturdays get a 10-piece hot and spicy wing dinner with all the fixins, only $4.69, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. And on Sundays, our famous chicken and dumpling special with homemade cobbler and ice cream, only $4.49, $3.99 after 4. And we cater gatherings big or small at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
A lot of parents and families have children from the viewing area and right here in McGoffin County at the University of Pikeville and have reason to be worried about their safety tomorrow. As a caution, a word of warning has now been sent out by President Burton Webb of the University of Pikeville in response to a rally which is to be held tomorrow that is already drawing attention from much more than just the downtown Pikeville area.
While the rally isn't until tomorrow, you can see here by a video posted by Justin Prater, for example, on Facebook earlier today, that folks in opposition to tomorrow's rally and some folks who plan on being a part of the rally are already starting to fill the streets of downtown Pikeville as a neo-Nazi organization, and actually more than one are set to be there very close to the University of Pikeville. And in lieu of that, businesses are already announcing that they're going to be closing, and parents have been advised by University of Pikeville President Burton Webb and students alike that all need to be worried about their children and themselves if they are students at the University of Pikeville during the white nationalist rally that is set for tomorrow, being organized by two groups at least, the Traditionalist Workers' Party, as they call themselves, and the National Socialist Movement. Now, there has been some previous violence associated with at least one of the groups as violence broke out between those in opposition and those with the Traditionalist Workers' Party last year. I believe it was in the state of California. And that, and for other reasons, it has caused a great concern on behalf of the young people and all those who attend the University of Pikeville and in the area, to the point that Burton Webb issued this letter on the website for the college and has posted, of course, similar announcements and messages throughout the University of Pikeville campus. And in addition to those organizations which are holding the rally from 2 to 5 tomorrow, authorities say that they're also being made aware of other groups that are going to be present in strong opposition of any of the neo-Nazi organizations that plan on being there. There was also a group of local individuals and residents who had organized their own rally, the Rally for Equality and American Values, but they have since canceled that due to the fear that it could cause the situation to escalate. They have rescheduled that event for a later time, with right now the president once again just urging everyone to be safe and to literally just not be in the downtown area during that time unless you simply have to be.
On to other headlines. It's all good news from here, except with a few parts of your weather forecast. I actually had 3 good news reports to share tonight. We'll get to at least 2 of those this evening and hold the other 4 next week. So now let me take you on to our next headline. To the library of the Magoffin County High School we will go to see a signing of 2 student athletes. Even though they are each described as outstanding young men, the 2 together, as I have learned and already knew to some degree, well, a great degree as a matter of fact, offer infinitely more value together than the sum of what they would individually. They're lifelong friends, teammates, pushing, encouraging each other, and together they both signed their name in letter of intent to play football at Morehead State University in the fall.
Coaches, teachers, friends all say the duo of Dalton Peters and Dylan Williams is a winning play for Morehead State University.
Those 2 are inseparable, because if one is going to not give all that effort, the other one's going to let them know about it. That's how those 2 are. They push each other. Them going together, it helps them. They have people. When you go to college, a lot of times you don't know everybody, so you go with somebody, and when you're there with somebody you know, it helps a lot. And Josh Poe will be there to push them too. Them 2 together, they fight each other. They say, "Yeah, well, you can't do this." Okay, watch me, I'll do it. So they try to prove each other wrong.
It's my pleasure to welcome all of you here to Magoffin County High School as we honor a couple of young men that I think is very fitting that they do this on the same day together, because I've never seen one without the other. When I end up in the hallway with them often, I feel like I've got 2 bodyguards with me. I have to watch out for the muscles. Sometimes you run into them, you might get hurt.
Dalton, I got the privilege of being here when he was a sophomore. I first met him, he wasn't near as big as what he is now. He was always fun to be around. I coached defense that year, and he was one of them that actually got after it, got to the ball, and we had a good time. This opportunity don't come around a lot for kids, so I'm proud of you.
I just want to thank my mom, my dad, my family, and I want to thank Jazz and my coaches, Coach Combs, Robbie, Trina, and I just want to thank everybody who's had an impact in my life.
And while earning the opportunity to go to college and play football together, they also both leave behind a lot of great memories, as well as having a great satisfaction in achieving a goal that they set for themselves and maybe for each other years ago.
I'm going to miss, being around the guys that you've grown up with your entire life, and, just the community, basically. Everybody in the community knows you. When you start over, not everybody knows you.
What you doing?
I'm going to miss really playing under the lights. Friday night is usually the night that you just get more hyped for, and I'm going to miss being around my family and friends at high school, which a lot of them's going to Morehead, so I don't guess I'm going to miss that many. But, yeah, I'm just going to miss just everybody in the school. I miss Meadows, Combs, and yeah, that's what I'm going to miss.
Next one we have signed is Dylan Williams. This year he's had a good year. He had 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards passing. That's a big accomplishment in Eastern Kentucky. Like Pete there, he's worked his butt off in the weight room. They got bigger, faster, stronger. With him, when I got here, he was actually a guard. Whenever he was a sophomore, I got back here, he was a quarterback. I was like, wow, you made a crazy transition. You went to line to quarterback. But when I looked at how much he put into the weight room, it was amazing. He had a great year. Ran through a lot of people, a whole lot of people.
First off, I'd like to thank my 2 wonderful parents for everything they've done for me, and my family, my friends, and my teammates for the past 4 years, coach and staff, especially Coach Combs. Without him, neither one of us would be here signing today. I'm blessed to announce that I'm committing to Morehead State University. It's always been a goal for me to play college football. It hasn't really come, I didn't really know it was possible till the past year. Everybody wants to play college football, but, didn't really realize it till summertime. You go to camps and you actually have people looking at you, and, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play college football. Me and my dad's always talked about it, and I started thinking about it sophomore year with McCoy. So yeah, I've always thought about it.
You know, they're in the weight room. I mean, it's spring ball. We've been playing. You know, their season's over, and they're in the weight room from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I mean, their work ethic's been crazy, and you know, they had really good years. You know, Pete had a good defensive year. Offensively, you know, hamstring kind of, you know, kept him out a little bit, but he kept playing defense. He wanted to play, you know, that one way, and so he did great on defense, and D produced us on offense, and you know, their work ethic's been great all year long.
Yeah, it's very exciting to, you know, go play, especially with your best friend that you've grown up with your entire life. You know, going to play with him, it's going to feel more like home. You know, you're going to have people there that you know, and it's an hour down the road. So, I mean, game time, you're going to have family that goes, and it's an exciting time.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's one of those things. Me and D, we're not going to let each other quit. We're going to push each other to keep going, and it's going to be a fun time. It is.
Now, I got a whole lot happening on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar and a birthday I got to back up and go to in just a second. But first, since I've already got it up, let me tell you about our first announcement. I could have almost probably made a story out of this. This is for kids from kindergarten through 11th grade in McGoffin County, boys and girls who want to elevate their basketball game. Former girls coach Scott Castle, his daughter, former player, and current U-Pike player Jamie Castle are going to be having a skills training session on Sundays at North McGoffin Elementary. They'll be working with Court Vision, a great new tool, fundamentals, work ethic, handling, finish work, you name it. A great deal of skills. It's going to be on Sundays, mind you, for the next several weeks. Kindergarten through 4th grade from 2:30 to 3:30, and 5th through 11th grade from 3:30 till 4:30, and it's just $5 per child. A very small investment for a big impact. It starts this Sunday at North McGoffin Elementary. Once again, K through 4th, 2:30, and then 5th through 11th grade at 3:30 at North McGoffin Elementary. A fundamental skills training session for your children on Sundays here in McGoffin County. Now, I've got a couple of other announcements I'll get back to, but right now, birthday to pass along. A happy 18th birthday. That's a big one. Anthony Newt Williams, with a whole lot of love from a whole lot of family and friends, it says. A happy 18th birthday, Anthony Newt Williams. Happy birthday to you. A reminder about tomorrow's car and motorcycle show at the McGoffin County Health Department. All proceeds going to benefit the Children's Miracle Network. It's just $15 per car to register, $10 per motorcycle, 10 till 2 tomorrow. Registration ends at 1 at the Health Department parking lot. They're going to have concessions, raffles, split the pot, and more, hosted by Rite Aid. Spring Revival begins this evening, preaching the cross and Christ crucified at Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church, tonight at 7, tomorrow at 6, Sunday at 10 and 11 that morning for Spring Revival evangelism at the Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church. Going on down the line, a couple of others. Oh, and one more reminder. Actually, I'll get to that reminder in a second. This is a new announcement about a spaghetti dinner that is being hosted by the Holiness House of Prayer. It's Wednesday of next week. I'll remind you on Monday and Tuesday, but mark it down. A big spaghetti dinner, 10 till 2. They'll deliver in downtown Sayersville or the city limits, and you can call or text your order in anytime between now and then or that day at 496-7006. Just keep in mind, and I'll remind you about it next week. Don't forget the T-shirt contest, sponsored by the Farmers Market Association. They're inviting all elementary students in McGoffin to make a design for their Farmers Market T-shirt. The winner will be picked, and that will go on their T-shirt, and that winner will get a $25 prize. Call 349-3216. The deadline to get your design in, May the 19th. And the tire collection in McGoffin County is still a few weeks away, but a quick reminder, May the 18th, 19th, and 20th to get rid of those old, unused, unneeded, worn-out tires, whatever shape they're in. As long as they're not on the wheel, you can drop them off down by Rumpke on 460. And you can always drop off your birthday or anniversary or an announcement like you just heard here at the studio, or drop it in the mail. Drop me a line in email or on Facebook, or drop me a line at 3699 or a fax at 3221. Either way you want to get it in, we'll tell everybody about it. And sadly tonight, announcing the passing of Mindy Arnott, Taminda Carol Mindy Jenkins Arnott, 35 of Pricey, who passed away on yesterday's date, the daughter of Timothy and Sharon Brooks Jenkins, who survived. She's also survived by her husband Ryan and her daughter Maggie Elizabeth. Visitation is going to be after 6 o'clock this Saturday, all day Sunday, and up until services Monday at 1, all from the Magoffin County Funeral Home, with burial at the Jenkins Family Cemetery on Pricey. Once again, in honor of 35-year-old Mindy Arnott of Pricey.
Andrew's middle school team hosted Morgan County last night, so that's where I was for 2 games well into the late evening hours, the first of which, varsity. I brought back a few highlights to share with you tonight. With 1 run already in the first for Magoffin County, Mason Lovely drives one deep to center, and he drives home Caleb Wilson and Caleb Howard for the second and third runs of the night for Magoffin County's Harold Whitaker Middle School. And just a play or two later, with Mason Lovely on third and Logan Howard on first, Ethan Pruitt steps up to the plate, and he gets a piece of 1 to center. His smack is good for a double, and it's good for the 2 runs batted in, as Lovely and Howard cross the plate. That made it a 5-0 game for the Hornets until Morgan County got something going in the fourth. 2 runs already in, and with this steal 2 home from third, they picked up their third of the inning before Magoffin County could finally shut them down. The Hornets would go scoreless in the fourth, meaning the top of the fifth could be the last bat for Morgan County unless they could tie it up or take the lead. But this would be the last out of the game. There would be no need for the Hornets to go to bat after a caught fly behind second by Austin Jeviden would give the middle schoolers the win 5-3 over Morgan County. And now on to your weather forecast, which you are well aware of. I would expect by now has a few bumps in the road, so to speak, with still the potential for some severe weather this evening and during your overnight. With one pretty decent little cell that kind of blew up there over northern Magoffin County, headed on over into Johnson. Being the only thing we're seeing so far, you might see a few more of those over the course of the next few hours if you're catching the early show, until things kind of ramp up and kind of let loose. And it's when they do that we'll see a chance of some showers and possibly some severe thunderstorms. And right now we've got a timeline for you that looks to be a couple of hours away, and a loose timeline. Still, even this close, a lot of uncertainty. As far as risk areas, extremely low risk. In extreme eastern Kentucky, we're going to be in more of a slight risk category, the greatest risk on towards central Kentucky in that area. But there is a potential for damaging winds, large hail. Can't rule out some isolated tornadoes either. With the most recent timeline issued from the National Weather Service out of Jackson, has for us an arrival of around 8 o'clock. And it's just going to kind of be one of those things. When it happens, it's going to happen quickly. 8 could be close. 10 could be close. They're going to just develop, that being showers and maybe some thunderstorms, and still the severity of which we're just uncertain of. But definitely there will be a couple of phases to this. The first will be that initial batch of showers and storms, say from 8 to 10 p.m., and during the overnight and early morning hours tomorrow, I'm going to say 4 to 6, more of a line that could develop and be a significant factor in our severe weather. So 2 threats you have to keep your eyes on between now and then. Tomorrow, we're also going to see the possibility for record highs tomorrow. We've got a forecast in Jackson of 89. I've got a 90-degree forecast for here in the viewing area, with a record high in Jackson of 84 set back in 1996. In the London office, they're set to hit about 88, with their record high standing at 86 set in 1970. And after all of that, we're going to cool down for a few days. 70s, maybe even 60s in your forecast. So tonight, I'm still at 88 degrees right now here at the studio if you're catching the end of the early show at 6:30 or 6:30-ish. We will see about 65 for nighttime lows. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, winds out of the south 5 to 8 on average. That's not counting any thunderstorm activity that we might see. And right now, about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Not everyone's going to see it. Not everyone's going to see it tomorrow, but some of us more than likely will. Tomorrow, speaking of which, Saturday, mostly sunny and hot. Temperatures near 90 degrees, if not a tick or two better. 67 for your Saturday night low. As far as the
Precipitation for tomorrow, mostly sunny and none during the day. Clear skies tomorrow night. Saturday just going to be clear, sunny, and hot. For the latter half of your weekend, on Sunday, mostly sunny, 88 degrees. That's close enough to 90. Winds out of the south, southwest, 5 to 11 degrees or so. Miles per hour. And actually, I've got a wind update. I've got 6 to 8 on your screen. That should be anywhere from 6 to 16 miles per hour for winds on your Sunday. A 10% chance of showers Sunday, but I'm talking like 4 a.m. Monday morning, so I didn't put it on your screen. So I think after we make it through tonight, early tomorrow, and during the overnight, I think for the most part, we'll be dry and hot for most all of your weekend. Next week, there's some of that cooler air I was talking about. For right now, 75 and mostly sunny on your Monday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms, well, a likelihood, but that's before 2 o'clock. So anywhere from 4 in the a.m. Monday to around 2 that afternoon, you could see some showers. That'll be part of a setup that knocks temperatures down to 75 on Monday, 72 on your Tuesday, with only a 10% chance of showers late. That will lead into another shot on Wednesday, still the low 70s in the forecast for midweek. We might even thereafter get in, if not on Wednesday, and Tuesday for that matter, we might even get in on the mid-60s for a couple of days for the latter or the end of next work week.
So please keep your eye on the weather for the rest of the evening and overnight, and keep your eye on the news over the course of the weekend. You see anything that we need to know, send it to us, let us know about it, and then keep your eye on us back here next week starting on Monday, starting on May the 1st for more of Your News Today. Good night and good weekend, and thanks for watching.